Alright, let's get back to it. We have a garden to save. Somehow, down here is a secret function of a facility long forgotten. May or may not save us. Get on the ladder. I have so much trouble with ladders in this game. These missiles have eyeballs. I mean, that's ridiculous and cool at the same time. Oh, here we are. Big giant mechanism does something. We'll channel our inner selfie and just push random things. When we get the option, we'll bang on it hard. That's the trick. No, I don't know what I'm doing. Can you not? What the heck? I had to back up and... There was like a button off screen to the bottom. But randomly pressing things seems to have done something. We're transforming. So they said Belong Garden was built on top of this facility. But somehow this facility has the function to transform the garden itself into some aerodynamic thing. And we're literally flying. I guess this is the origin of, like, the rotating disc in a lot of Final Fantasy games. You see the Final Fantasy X airship have these rotating discs. Sometimes Bahamut or dragons have these discs around their neck or behind their backs. This is something that never really went away, even though it kind of looks ridiculous. Well, for now, the garden is safe. The missiles missed. And we just have to... But the garden is still kind of in civil war. We need to get things in order. Hopefully the fact that the garden almost met certain death sort of calmed everyone's nerves a bit. Alright, so we're flying, and there's like a door to outside. I think that's what this red light is. We're gonna go on the balcony and check it out. We have confirmed that we can fly. We just can't pilot the thing. That's the problem. Time to channel the selfie method. Random things go. So apparently we just missed Balam, the town. And apparently we cannot fly over water. It's Back to the Future style. We're just a big giant hoverboard. Now the engines stop and we're just adrift in the ocean. We're safe, but stranded. Squall is just... This is the first time Squall has gotten to stop and think. It's like everything is just coming up. What's going on with Cypher? How is the other team doing? Alright. Just like with Selphie at the start of the game, now we're going to give Renoa a tour of the garden. And I think this is the first time where the tone between them, at least from Renoa's perspective, kind of shifts. Whatever feelings she had for Cypher are pretty much gone at this point. He's on the other side, tried to kill Squall. And she's starting to feel something for Squall instead. But she's still frustrated that Squall just not very sociable. It seems like everyone else in the garden has returned to normal. There's no more infighting. You can't really fight at a time like this. There's nowhere to go. Even if one side won, what would you do? Everyone's got to work together. I know there's a draw point somewhere in there, but I don't feel like fighting with just 2 people. Especially when the monsters are kind of upgraded. The monsters scale with you. That's why some have, like, the Aura's version of magic now. You know, being the daughter of a general, she's probably never been in, like, a public school before. This still hasn't respawned. So having a big open library like this probably never happened. She probably had her own private tutor, her own books. Hello, Alone. Oh, I forget I said her name. Just disregard. This was the girl at the beginning of the game that looked on us when we were in the infirmary. This is also the girl that we saved from the bug monsters near the start of the training area segment, once we graduated. She still seems like she knows us, but we don't remember at all. Renoa? I guess we're done. Alright, so the Garden Master Nord was behind the whole uprising, and now he wants to talk to us. We did resolve everything. Let's get paid a little bit. Still only level 6. I can take that test. And I might. Yes. No. Yes. 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 No. Yes. Yes. No. There's no equipment in this game. No. Ah. So if you take this test and you pass, your seed rank will go up by 1. Okay, so the last one was correct. Yes. No, it stands for Guardian Force. Are there 10? Fire, ice, thunder, water, air, earth, holy, poison? Interesting. I have no idea what I'm getting wrong. What do you mean by junction ability? It's not an ability you equip, but it's an ability that a GF can learn. Interesting. Okay. I give up. I'm stupid. I am destined to be rank 6 for the rest of time. Now, does Squall comment on the places, or now that we've been to the front and told to go meet Nord, is that it? You can always count on a white guy in a public place with an acoustic guitar in a school setting. Alright, so it seems like the tour is over. Let's go to the elevator. The whole gang's here. Sid and Nord are having a discussion, not necessarily a polite one. So as has been hinted out throughout the game, the faculty, led by Nord, want seeds to be mercenaries first. Think about their orders, make money. Now we know that money is their prime objective. Sid is more open about what they do. We don't necessarily do things for money, we do things for good. But that's directly at odds with Nord's agenda. And that thing is Nord. So it seems like the order to follow up on the assassination, if Irving missed the shot, we were to go and do the job ourselves. That particular amendment to the order was not part of the original plan. We were supposed to take the shot, and if it missed, we were supposed to just hide. Run away, hide, get out of there. But instead, we exposed ourselves. So Nord is out to save his own skin. The sorceress is determined to destroy Balam Garden. Possibly every garden. Destroy all the seeds. And he thinks the only way to placate her is to hand over the people involved in her assassination attempt. And that's us. And Squall's not having it, obviously. You're not just gonna walk over to die. So now here's the big twist. The sorceress Idea is Sid's wife. But Sid agreed to the assassination attempt, so there's something going on there. Nord is just losing it, thinking everyone's out to get him. He's a true capitalist. And well, time to eat the rich. It's bio. We want to keep the blue balls on blue. I do want Dispel. I want all of these things, but I can't really do this in a boss fight. Only 2,000. Strong against lightning. Interesting. I would have thought that because it was a machine, everything's weak to lightning. I haven't done Diablos in a while. Not sure if that's going to do anything. So if the two orbs get to red on both sides, they'll just start chain casting magic at us and just utterly devastate us. I could cast Carbuncle to get Reflect up and just let it kill himself. That might be smart. I don't know how long Reflect lasts though. But these orbs also have Dispel, which could remove Reflect. So it's not really a risk I'm willing to take. Okay, Diablos does nothing. Okay. Alright, so GFs don't do anything. I mean, he's only got 2,000 health, so basic attacking it down, it's not terrible. Quistis and Squall are doing decent damage. I'll let them keep attacking the center. Alright. So the center pod is open, and now Nord is exposed. Leviathan. Did I ever give any scans to Squall? No. We got Leviathan. Hopefully Norg is weak to something. He has 8,000 health, 9,000 if you round up. Weak against air. I don't have any air. Doesn't say he's resistant to anything. So we can start doing our level 2 magic attacks. That'll do. So as long as we keep up the pressure here, he should die. What else does Norg have? Shell Protect Isuna? That's fine. And Quistis should be able to keep the orbs blue. Alright, so now he's got Shell. Renoa's gonna do a little bit less. Significantly less. Does anybody have Dispel? I do. That should have gotten rid of Shell, and we can go back to attacking with Renoa. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot to say here. We've gotten into a very good rhythm. As long as nothing major happens, this guy's gonna go down. And thus ends the proprietor of Balam Garden. Power goes back to Sid and the students. It's like Squall doesn't really have time to dwell on this. We just killed one of the major leaders of the garden. Apparently Adea has control of another garden. Maybe all of the gardens are compromised. And even though we technically won our freedom here, we don't feel very free. We're still being pulled along by other people's strings. Sid is married to Adea. We don't know what's going on there. But we just need answers. $15 bios, that's nice. How do I get out of this scene? I assume the elevator is in the back there, the big orange pillar, yeah. Oh, wait, first. Leviathan. What do you do for us? Spirit. Okay. Recover. Auto potion. I don't have a whole lot of potions, so that's... Ugh. Support magic refine. I think that's our shells barriers. I think everyone already has Magic Junction, so I don't need to work on that. Does anybody need anything from this? Spirit is the thing that actually does something. In the future, what do you give us? Nothing I really want, so really I'm just getting the Spirit. You've got Spirit. You've got Spirit. I just don't have anything equipped to you. Let's take this away. We want slow here. All right. Okay. And we got Quistis at Spirit? Okay. Other GFs learn some stuff. That's what we need to do. That's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I guess we'll start learning magic, even though you're on school. I don't really need you to have... No, you're on... Yeah, you're on school. Okay. You learned cover. I need to... It wouldn't hurt to have elemental attack. You're almost done with encounter none. That's very useful. You're almost done with counter. Okay. Remove abnormal status. To take a full slot, that is a hard pass. You could just, if I wanted that, I could just use the item command, use a remedy. Although it would take consumables. This doesn't take consumables, but the only thing you can do here is treat status ailments. That's a real hard. Maybe during boss battles, like in-game boss battles when I'm not drawing anything, maybe I would do that there. What is Mad Rush? Oh. On everyone. Not just one person. Never mind. If it was just one person, or, conversely, okay, if I had status ailment resist of Berserk at 100, and I use this, I would get haste and protect on everyone. Okay, I can see some uses here. Okay. Let's head on up to Sid. It's something to think about in the future. Sid wanted to go to the infirmary. I remember that conversation. The doctor told us to tell Sid to go to the infirmary. We told Sid. So he's got to be in the infirmary, not his office. We were wrong. We were correct. I think Adea... Let's talk about Master Norg first. The Shumi tribe. So at the start, Nord provided a small amount of funds to get the garden up and running, then suggested we use seeds as mercenaries to bring in income, and eventually that idea sort of took over, especially in Norg. Norg became all about the money. So seeds were Adea's idea, but when we were captured, Cypher interrogated us, and Adea didn't seem to know what seeds were. So there's something up. So it seems like seeds were always intended to fight against a sorceress. The sorceress. There are multiple sorceresses, but there only seems to be one threat of a sorceress at a time. There was a country, Estar, that Galbadia was at war with, that was ruled by a sorceress. Not anymore, though. Not necessarily. We haven't heard, in Squall's timeline, we haven't really heard of Estar yet. Okay, well, that's everything we can talk about. I'm gonna head up to the bridge, or Sid's office. Or at least okay, so that direction, but... So there's a ship on their way to see us. It's unidentified. It's not really of Galbadian make, although we don't really know that. There's just a whole bunch of assumptions. So Zoo is off to get the headmaster, and we're gonna go meet this ship. Sorceress Adea's seeds. Now, to us, that could mean anything. The Sorceress Adea's right now is evil. We've come for Alone. Now, if you remember, Alone was the little girl in Laguna's flashbacks. Now, the last time we saw Alone was in the library, so that's where we're going. Now, Renoa hasn't experienced any flashbacks yet, so she probably doesn't know what we're talking about. Yeah. And of all the flashbacks we had, it's a little strange that Renoa is the only odd one out. Possibly Irving as well. See if I can remember which color's which. I cannot. Is this the library? It is. Okay. So blue is library. Are you respawned yet? No. That will never respawn. And here she is. All grown up, not a little girl anymore. So Alone actually knows that we're experiencing visions like this. But she's not ready to explain yet. And she's confirming we are viewing past events. It's like throughout the entire game, as soon as we graduated Seed and became a Seed, everyone's been looking to Squall for orders. He's the leader. He was put in charge of his Seed team. Even after that, when Quistis returned, everyone looked for him for guidance. And now he's been shouldered this responsibility, not even this responsibility, he's had these visions, and Alone is basically confirming that he has something to do with them. There's something that the timeline or somebody, it's her, spoiler, she's giving them visions, something that is expected of him, and he's not really that kind of person, or at least he doesn't think he is. He doesn't feel like he's a leader. He's still at odds. He's still trained as a Seed, very machine-like. Follow orders, do what you're directed. But he can't be that way. It's his young baby Squall. There's some sort of trauma growing up. His sister, or someone he looked up to as a sister, left. Renault is trying really, really hard here. And she's got the patience of a saint. It's hard to tell at this point in the game whether or not she's doing this out of any romantic feelings for Squall, or if she's doing it because she wants to help Squall. She may realize that Squall is just cutting himself off from the world, beating himself up, and no one can survive like that. So rather than romantic, maybe she's just trying to help. Alright, so we were going to go out for a walk with Renoa, but this happens. We're adrift at sea, and we can't really change our direction. Eventually you're going to run into something. Unfortunately, looks like it's a town. So again, Squall is being put in a position of leadership. And he's not confident. He doesn't feel like a leader. He just feels like a machine. And he had that freak out earlier before Nord, like he was dancing like a puppet on strings. He doesn't have any autonomy. He hasn't decided for himself. Maybe he shouldn't. Maybe he should. Like everything that Squall knows is being challenged right now. He doesn't really have a core set of beliefs to fall back on. And a part of him just wanted to back off and let other people handle all of this, but he just can't get away. I can't remember if they said the first floor was the exit or this balcony over here was, so we'll check the balcony first. I think Angelo just learned another thing. Yep. Okay. Is this door open? No. There's that kid. He is arguably the strongest triple triad opponent you can face. In the Balam Garden, at least. So thankfully, it looks like the denizens of the town aren't really that beat up about us crashing into their port. It seems like this town is a a town full of just workers, construction workers, fishermen, what have you. And they were partially responsible for building the Long Garden. This is the first time in Squall's timeline we hear about Esthar, and we're actually pretty close. Just follow the train tracks and you'll hit it. That has to be a terrible place for a house. Just in the middle of all these reflective surfaces. Think of how hot it is in the center of this thing. This, like, giant dish is huge. So this is a town of pacifists. They work, they don't fight. They talk and work things out. So us, being a group of mercenaries, are their antithesis. So they need us to get out. They believe that we're going to just bring violence with us. And we might. I mean, the sorceress Adea is going to hunt us down. And maybe we did just bring this right here. Galbadian soldiers might have come looking for us. Alright, so I think next time we'll go see how this resolves itself. At least Squall believes that the old man is walking to his death, that the Galbadian soldiers won't listen to just pacifism and reason. But we'll see how things go. Maybe he's right. Maybe he's wrong. But we'll be there to back him up either way. And I'll see you guys next time.